We're here with professional kite surfer Nathalie Lambrecht, and today we're going to talk about chasing winds. So Nathalie, chasing winds might sound very abstract, but that's technically what you do every day. Yes. So tell us a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, when you say that it sounds abstract, for me it just sounds like home, you know? So yeah, chasing winds just basically is what I've been doing since I started on the tour. Like when I did the freestyle discipline, it was less so, it was more, okay, I spent a few months in Egypt, I spent a few months in Brazil, and like usually you got the conditions that I needed to do that discipline. But then when I started Big Air, it became more like you're chasing stronger winds, which happens rare. And then you just need to find the places where there will be higher chances of stronger winds, like Tarifa, and there are places, Denmark called Hawaii can be really strong in big waves, South Africa, Cape Town, and then sometimes I'm like in Europe, let's say Spain, and then I see a forecast in France, and then I go there for a few days to train.
So you're basically chasing winds, like every single day?
Well, every single day I try to, yes. Like sometimes I am in Spain and I see, okay, 1 hour away, the wind direction is better, so I'm going to drive 1 hour now to get training conditions.
So you have your training plan, and like you said, it's different depending on the competitions or the disciplines. And then you go in, you check the forecast. And I'm guessing you don't do the regular weather app, because it sounds like you go in and you really check the winds and the earth and so on. And then you have to kind of adjust according to that. So if you know that you're training for this, then you're looking for that. But what happens if it's, like you said now, you were in Spain and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's going to be good in France. Let us just go there. But like, how far would you go to chase a wind?
Yeah, I would say like France is something reasonable. It's quite an easy flight. I usually fly from Malaga, so it's like a 2-hour drive, and then I fly to Barcelona, so it's a straight flight, and then it's like a 2-hour drive from there as well to the spot I usually ride in, which is we call it Barcarès. It's close to Le Cat, so south of France. And that's usually the times where I just go a few days. I see like 2-3 days, oh, it's going to be really good there, and I can travel in between Tarifa and maybe France. But I would say like longer than 5-6 hours, then I would go stay there for 2-3 weeks. If it's like a 1-2 hour flight, I can go there for 4 or 5 days on a good forecast, and it has to be like worth it also.
All right,
that's some serious dedication. Like most of us have been playing some type of sport. We know we bike to football. Like that's what I did. 15 minutes, and I was there. That's like, but this is totally different.
So what I'm thinking about is, regular people, exercisers, and a lot of excuses that might come up, and it's like, oh no, it's too far, or oh no, it's a little windy, or no, it's raining, or it's not Monday. We've got a couple, and we've heard more than that. But hearing this is like, oh, don't worry, no, just take the car 2 hours, and then it's a 2-hour flight, and it's another 2 hours till we get there, and then so 6 hours later, then I'm on the water, because that's what I want to do. And I'm thinking like, what did everyone else do? Or why aren't anyone else pushing? But it's like, I think, of course, you need an inner drive, absolutely. But it's like, how can you help someone else kind of take those first steps? Like, how do you because you see it as no problem at all.
I do complain about it. Like, I don't like to have like bad sleep and these kind of things, and I don't enjoy like 2-3 hours driving on my own and stuff like this. But it is like when I do come to the windy spot, it becomes all worth it. So like I can complain about the little details of getting there, or having to take a flight, or not wanting to travel that far to get there, or like the stress of packing, unpacking, booking a place, and all these little details. I am guilty of for sure complaining about that. But I think it was like you said, like this inner drive, and then that I love it so much that it just becomes worth it once I'm there.
Yeah, because you have to remember that, usually when you talk to someone after a session, they're very happy that they did it.
Yes.
So no matter what level, it's like, well, I'm actually glad I did this. Prior, you need to push. So, well, it's kind of to get people to understand that that will come.
Yes.
You know, hold on now, do that, get a little bit uncomfortable, and after that, it's going to be better.
For sure, exactly like that.
So you're pretty flexible, I guess. I mean, if you're always on the road, like how many like flights or destinations during a year can you basically have?
Oh, that would have been interesting to count
okay.
before coming to this interview. But yeah, I mean, I can't.
It's
even
too many
say.
to count, maybe.
Yeah, it's too many. It's too many to count. Like I would say sometimes I fly a few times per month. Sometimes it goes 2-3 months before I'm on a flight. But yeah, quite some.
Yeah, it's quite some. Okay, but also like, so you're traveling a lot and you're doing a professional sport. So that means you have to take care of your body. You have to all these routines. How do you do that? Like, how do you stay so flexible and like in your all of this like chaos? Like, how do you stay prepared for a professional sport?
I think if you plan your time, that's the most important. Like for example, tonight I'm traveling at 2:40 and I have already started packing yesterday. I had already prepared all the things I need to do so that I have time and space to do like my mobility, to do my training, to well, I would say cook some good meals, but unfortunately I don't think today I will have time for that. But usually like I like to make some lunch boxes, for example, for the flight. I might stand in the kitchen 10 p.m. tonight and make my little lunch boxes for the flight. So this kind of stuff is important.
So a lot of planning.
Yeah, a lot of planning. But I mean, it's just also because that's the type of person I am, and what I enjoy is like taking care of my body and my sleep. And like even sometimes I had a flight at like midnight. I go to sleep at 6 p.m. because I want to sleep my hours. And basically I just make my day so that it fits to do that. And then the next day I came to Sweden and I had a physical test. So then it's, you know, like if you just plan these things and enough time, you are able to do kind of things. Of course, you know, maybe you're a little bit more tired or a little bit more stiff, but if you catch up then with your mobility and you do the things like before and after, then a 20-hour flight is not too bad anymore.
No. So just because you're traveling a lot, you're not letting go of your habits. You're staying on track with them and planning.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, sometimes there's like a day where it's like, okay, like it just didn't fit. But then I do like sometimes just standing stretches in the airplane when I know that it's not gonna fit. Or I like walk up and down the aisle, or I just do things that I'm able to, even if like the circumstances show that I can't.
You find a way just to make it happen. Yeah.
Yes.
You travel a lot, you fly a lot, you drive a lot, you kite a lot, you're everywhere. So, well, it sounds like you don't have like one specific place that you're always at and then you keep on going back and forth. No, you're always at different places. So how do you kind of make those places like your home? Like how do you make that like this to a good place where here I know that I can do my stretches, I can do this, I can do my meal plans and so on. But since that always changed, how can you make that your place?
I like that question. Yeah, so like everywhere I go, I bring like kind of similar things. So like I have my little planner, I have my teddy bear, and then I have like some photos of like family and friends. And then I always try to like make every place kind of my home, like you said. And then I travel with my yoga mat and like my bands. So basically it's like I try to make every place that I go to like my home. And then when I look for places, like for example Airbnbs where I want to stay, like I look for a good kitchen and then a good bed, and then the rest I don't really mind.
So kitchen and bed are the most important things.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
I mean, you're an athlete, and of course.
Before we wrap it up, is there anything you would like to give us or the viewers as any tips of what to expect with any kind of challenges that come your way?
Well, my mom always said that the kite surfers that she's met are the most patient people she's ever met, and like that we're chasing wind and sometimes end up not getting any wind, and what do we do in those situations. And honestly, it's just that. Sometimes you just need to be patient, wait it out, and the good will come.
All right. Well, perfect. Patience.
Patience.
Well, that's what we're taking with us. So, we're very happy that you came. We know that you're on a very tight schedule, and you might miss one of the cooking just for being here. So we appreciate that a lot. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And for you guys at home, stay tuned next week for another episode at Goat Factory. And until then, take care.